comprar la bocota. Yes, I'm ready.
Okay.
No, I think I'll sit up here because once I get down there,
What?
red's my favorite color.
Grandpa might not be able to get back up if he sits down there. He might need some help.
I should show her.
So let's go ahead and we're going to get started. So good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the National Museum of the American Indian. I want to just take a moment to welcome Mr. René here, who is going to share with us stories that he has written. And so he's also going to look at some of the books that he's written, and he's going to share some of these stories about his culture and what it was like growing up here in the United States, because Mr. René is from El Salvador. He's going to share with you where that's from. But I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Mr. René, and he's going to share with you.
Hola.
Hola.
Do you know what hola means? Hola means hi, hello in Spanish. I am René Colato Laínez, and I was born in a little country in Central America, El Salvador. And now I write books about my country and about growing up in the United States. These are my books. Most of them are in two languages, in English and Spanish. And I will tell you a little bit about each book, and then you can decide which one do you want me to read, okay? Because for me it is so hard to pick just one, because I want to pick all of them. Okay. We're going to start with Loteria. Loteria is Mexican bingo. If you go to Mexico and you go to the fairs in Mexico, you will see Loteria. And people love to play Loteria. To play Loteria, you need a card just like this, and someone we call bid cards. And when they say your cards, you put a frijol, a bean, on top of the card. And when you have all the pictures, you scream Loteria, and then you get a prize. That's how you play Loteria. But in this story, this little boy, he doesn't want to speak Spanish. And Mama said, you need to practice your Spanish. But the little boy said, but I don't know how to speak Spanish, I only know English. This time he goes to Mexico to visit Abuelita, and Abuelita, she loves to play Loteria at the fair. And when the child listens to Abuela saying all the Loteria's cards, he is really happy and excited, and he wants to speak Spanish, just like Abuelita. This is the book, Playing Loteria, El Juego de la Lotería. From north to south is about Jose. Jose, he lives in San Diego, California with Mama and Papa. But one day they were waiting for Mama, for mother, but she didn't come back from work. And they are really, really scared. What happened to Mama? She's supposed to be here. Then Mama called them and she told them, I won't be able to come back today to the house because I was working in the factory and some men came and asked for papers. And when they asked for my papers, I said, I don't have any papers. So they say, you need to go back to Mexico. And then now Mama, she's living in Tijuana. And every weekend, Jose and Papa, they take their car, they drive their car, and they cross the border to visit Mama in her new home, which is in Tijuana. And Jose, he has a big, big dream. He wants Mama to come back to the United States, but it is so hard now, and he's waiting for Mama. He's waiting for that day, and he said that that day when Mama comes back to the United States, the sky will be full of fireworks, and there will be music playing, and he will be happy to be together with Mama again. When I was 14 years old, I left my country, El Salvador, and I walked with my shoes living in El Salvador, going through Guatemala, and then Mexico, and I walk, and I took many, many buses, and my beautiful shoes, they went through water, and mountains, and rivers, but I wanted to come to the United States because my mom was here, and she was waiting for me. This is my story on how I crossed 3 countries with my shoes and I. And at the beginning, my shoes, they were so new, and they smelled so good, and at the end, they were yucky. Ew, they didn't smell good at all. This book is about the Tooth Fairy. In the United States, she's very popular. Do you know her job? What does she like to do?
Take your teeth.
Yeah. Do you know that in Spanish-speaking countries, there is not a tooth fairy? There is a mouse, and his name is Ratón. He is Ratoncito Pérez. And every time you lose one diente, which is a tooth, Ratoncito Pérez go to your house and say, ¡Ay, caramba, un diente for me! And he will take it. And do you know what he's doing with all the dientes? He's making, what do you think he's making? He's making a rocket ship to go to the moon, because the moon is made out of cheese. And he wants to go up there and eat the moon. And that's what he's doing. So with children who speak Spanish, when they lose a diente, he runs to get it because he needs more dientes. He's almost ready, so he's excited. My rocket ship is almost ready. I want to go to the moon. But in this story, it's about a little boy who speaks 2 languages, English and Spanish. And the tooth fairy say, oh, a tooth for me. I will go to that house and get it. But Ratoncito Pérez say, oh, un diente for me. I will go to that casa and I will get it because it's mine. And they will come to the same house and they will enter through the same window looking for the same diente. So I don't know what will happen with the Tooth Fairy and Ratón Pérez. This one is about Beto, and it is his birthday, and he's not happy. And when they sing to him, happy birthday to you, cumpleaños feliz, and they ask him to make a wish, he says, I want my father, that's all I want. I don't want any toys, I don't want a new bicycle, I don't want a hamburger, I not even want to go to Disneyland anywhere. I want my father. Because he remembered his father in El Salvador. And one day, Mama and he left the country, but Papa is still there. And he said, I want to be with my father. That's all he wants. That's why the title of the book is Waiting for Papa. This book is a collection of 17 stories. And in each story, a writer is telling his or her story during a war, during a civil war. In India, in Pakistan, in Thailand, and here I am in this book talking about when I was a little boy in El Salvador, and there was a big, big war, and it was really, really scary living there. And my story is in here, but I'm not the only one. I just one voice of 17 different voices. And this book doesn't have any pictures, only letters and more letters. And here are my 2 Renee books, because my name is Renee. Look, R-E-N-E. And this is actually Salvadorian art. I brought these letters all the way from El Salvador, and they love to create art like this. They have the rabbit, because there are so many rabbits there, and birds, and houses, and flowers, and it is so beautiful. That's why I didn't bring not only 1, but 4, because I love to spell my name. See, when I came to this country, I have 2 problems. My first problem was to discover that in this country, my beautiful name, Renee, didn't belong to me anymore. Because at school, there were girls whose names were Renee. And when they say Renee, and I saw those girls, I said, that is impossible. In my country, Renee is a name only for boys. How can this happen here in the United States? And all the girls, they laughed at me. Oh, look at that boy from El Salvador. His name is Renee. And I was really sad. And I said, no, I am Renee, but I am Renee the Boy. And that was not my only problem. Also, the teacher said, oh, Renee, your name is too long, very, very long. Your name cannot be René Colato Laínez anymore. We need to cut it. Your new name will be only René, which is your first name, and Colato, which is your father's name. But I said, no, that's not my name. My name is René Colato Laínez, because Colato is my father's last name. And I have 2, a grandma and a grandpa. And they love me very much, but also I am Laínez. And that's my mom. And I also have another set of abuelita and abuelito. If you take one of my last name, I will be only half. And I don't want that. I want my entire name. So I wrote this book. Renee has 2 last names, because I do have 2 last names, and they are true stories, both of them. These 2 books, and My Shoes and I, they are 100% true, my stories. In the other ones, there are little parts of me, but not all me. But in these 3 books, yes, they are my stories. So now it's time for me to read you a story. But it is so hard to pick just one. So I will need help. Who can help me to pick a book? And I will read it. Which one do you want? Would you like to come and pick one?
The shoes.
You want My Shoes and I? Really? Okay. Okay, we will have plenty of time to read 3 books or more. Okay, we're going to start with My Shoes and I. Here we go. My shoes and I. My shoes and I. Here it is. It is. Okay. This way. Okay, now it's working. My shoes and I. I'm the writer, and Francisco Van den Broek, he's an illustrator, and he lives in Mexico City. Yeah, here we go. Papa told me, look at this new present from your mama from the United States. Oh, I love these shoes, I say. They walk every time I walk. They jump every time I jump. And they run as fast as me. We always close the finish line together. Yes, Papa said, these shoes are very strong. They are American shoes, you know. They will last longer than any other shoes. And together with these shoes, we're going to the United States. Yes, I said, with these shoes, I can get anywhere. And now it was time to say goodbye. But we didn't have any time. We need to hurry up, Papa said. We need to go to the United States. And when I left the home, there was a strong wind. I tried to walk forward, and the wind went choo. And I tried one more time, and the shoes went choo. The wind, and then I looked at my shoes. There were dirt everywhere. Oh no, yucky, I said. And I cleaned my shoes, and I said to my shoes, sana, sana colita de rana, which means, don't worry, shoes, everything will be okay. Then we took a bus, and I ate a sandwich. Another bus, another sandwich, and we were in Ciudad de Guatemala, in Guatemala City. I was so hungry of eating just 2 sandwiches that it was time to eat food. And Papa bought me some food, and I sat down. Uh-oh, I forgot my soda. So I ran to get my soda, and when I came back, dogs were eating my food. And I said, dogs, go away, give me my food. But they ran after me, and I ran, and the dogs were running after me. And I ran, and the dogs said, we're tired, and they left. And I looked at my shoes, and I found a big nail. See? And I said, oh no, I don't want this nail. And I found a little hole in my shoe, and I blew. And I said one more time, sana, sana, colita de rana, everything will be okay. And then we took more buses. Another bus, and another bus, and another bus. 3 buses, and it was early, and then it would get late, and then it was dark, and it was time to go to sleep. And I said, Papa, I'm sleeping. Papa said, this is your bed for now. So I slept on the bus. And then we arrived to Mexico City. And there was a big storm, and there were water everywhere, and my shoes were all wet. And I said, oh no, I don't want my shoes to get all wet. And in the morning, my shoes were full of water. And I said to my shoes, sana, sana, colita de rana, everything will be okay. And I asked Papa, when are we getting to the United States? Soon, Papa said. We're almost there. We are in the middle of our journey in Mexico City. Then it was time to take more buses, and more buses, and more buses. And I said, when are we getting home? Soon, Papa said, until finally we were near the frontier. And Papa said, from now on, we need to walk. See those mountains? We need to go over those mountains, and Mama is waiting for you in the other side. And I said, shoo, why do we need to do that, Papa? That's the only way for us to get to the United States, Papa said. And I didn't understand why, but I knew that I have to walk and climb mountains. And I did, and I was so tired. Oh. And sometimes a man said, hi, be quiet, stop, now hide again, walk, don't make any noises. And I asked, why? And Papa said, this is the only way that we have to get to the United States. And finally, I looked at my shoes. They were holes everywhere, and I was crying, and I tried to say, sana, sana, colita de rana, but I was so tired too. And Papa said, you are a very strong boy. We are almost there. Don't worry. Mama is waiting for you. We had made a long trip all the way from El Salvador. Don't give up. We are almost there. And then it was time to cross the river. And Papa, and I said to my shoes, shoes, come. Now I will protect you in my shoulders. Nothing will happen to you. I promise. Then the water tried to take my shoes away from me, and I said, no, shoes, stay with me. And finally, when we crossed the river, Mama was there waiting for me. And she hugged me, and she kissed me, and I looked at my shoes. Papa was right. My shoes were there. We crossed the finish line together. The end. That was my story. Do you want me to read another story? Actually, I'm not reading my story. I'm telling the stories. Do you want to hear another story?
No, we have an appointment to get to, but thank you.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. You want to go home? God, thank you for coming. Yeah.
Let's go see the merry-go-round. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did you say thank you?
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have to find the bathroom.
Bueno, se fueron estos.
You were on TV? Yeah, see? He's taking, there's pictures. See, there we are. See? Wait.
Okay.
See?
And you said you were born in El Salvador?
Yes.
And then Guatemala for how long? Just passing through? Or?
No, in Guatemala and Mexico City, yes, passing through. In Guatemala, 2 days.
Oh, okay.
And in Mexico, 4 months.
That's a long way.
But it doesn't take too long to cross Mexico. We had problems, and we have to stay there, and then we waited for 4 months to continue our journey. But usually in 15 days you can cross Mexico.
That's
Yeah.
a big trip.
Yeah, from El Salvador to the United States in like 18 days you can do it. But if you're walking and taking buses, if you take a plane, 5 hours.
That's a long way. That's a good book.
Yeah.
It took 5 hours to get here
From where?
from America.
Yeah, 5 hours. But do you live here in Washington?
No,
Where do you live?
North America.
So Renee, we'll see if we can get some more audience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But what place? You forgot? New York, Miami, San Antonio, Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. Bueno, se puede. They left, no me han puesto. pinches. Yes. Okay, sure.
And they're making their way back.
Okay.
So I lost my connection to your computer. Can I
Yeah,
see if I can start
sure.
it again?
You can sit here.
I think when it cycled out,
Huh? Do I need to be online?
well, I think when it cycled out,
Yeah.
it stopped.
Yeah.
You did? I can find my program. That's my program.
So you know about this book? I wrote it. Me, I'm the author.
Sweetie, you're gonna need your passport. There is a friend. I'll go back and pick you some. Thank you.
We have 4 kids. If you could get 4, that'd be great. Thank you so much.
Sure, Renee, whenever you're ready.
Sure. Yeah. Can you stop the music? Okay, you know about lotería. Lot Lotería is Mexican bingo. It is like bingo, but the Mexican style, and usually this tablecloth has the loteria's cards. There are 54 different cards. And when you play, you need one of these, and there is a color, and the color is holding the names. And when they call your card, you need to put a frijol, a bean on top of the picture. And when you have all the pictures, you scream, Loteria! And then you win. You get a prize. But you need to complete the entire card in order to play Loteria.
What do you say if you get them all?
If you get all of them, you get a prize.
Loteria.
Yeah, we can play Loteria because we are only a few. Do you want to play Loteria later? We can play Loteria later. I'm going to read you a book and then we can play Loteria. Okay. Which one do you want me to read? Because you know about Loteria, but probably another one. See, look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Renee has 2 last names.
Renee has 2 last names, and that's me. I am René. That's why I have my name here, R-E-N-E-E. So I'm going to read Renee has 2 last names. Okay, let me look for Renee. Where is Renee? He's right here. Renee has 2 last names. Okay, René has 2 last names. In Spanish is René tiene 2 apellidos, and I wrote the book, René Colato Laínez, and the illustrator is Fabiola Grauñera Ramirez, and she lives in Mexico City. And I dedicated this book to all my last names, and I found a few, see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And I know there is more. So my entire name will be, if you ask me, and I use all of them, it will be, Hola, my name is René Ademir Colato Laínez Portillo Escobar Macías Ayala Campos de la O Chávez Arandiva González. But usually in Latin America, you keep your father's last name and your mother's last name. And everyone has 2 last names. My name there was René Colato Laínez, and this is what happened to me when I came to the United States. The first day of school, Miss Soria, my teacher, she gave me a sticker, but it only said René Colato. Something is missing, I said. Maybe Miss Soria's pen ran out of ink. But I'm gonna do it by myself. Laínez, René Colato Laínez. Now my name looks great because that's my name. In El Salvador, I have two last names, René Colato Laínez, cha-cha-cha. My name has rhythm like the cha-cha-cha, René Colato Laínez, cha-cha-cha. But in the United States, it didn't have any rhythm at all because it was only René Colato. No rhythm at all. When I said Colato, I looked at my abuelitos, Amelia and Fidel, singing with me. Soy carbonero que vengo de la tierra del volcán. And when I saw Laínez, I saw my abuelitas, Ángela and Julio, dancing with me. Cha-cha-cha, que rico, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. René Colato, it was incomplete. It was like eating a hamburger without any meat. Eating pizza with no cheese, or eating a hamburger with nothing at all, with no any. Yuck. At school, all the children ask me, what is your name? René Colato Laínez, I say. Ho, 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 ho. A boy say, you have a dinosaur name. He, 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 he. Another say, your name is like an anaconda, very, very long. Ho, 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 ho. Another boy said, you look like a blue whale from head to tail. What a long name you have. And I told Mama and Papa, at school, everyone laughed because they said that I have a long name. Oh, don't worry about me, hijo, Mama said. Laínez is such a beautiful last name. Don't worry, say Papa. Remember, your second last name will be always in your heart. And you'll always be René Colato Laínez, no matter what. That night, I had a nightmare. In my dream, my mom was gone. Mama said, bye, René, I'm leaving because you don't have my last name anymore. And Abuelita and Abuelito said, we're leaving too because you don't have our last name anymore. And I said, Mama, please help me to do my homework. Abuelita, please, you have to make my favorite hot chocolate. Abuelito, please fix my bicycle. And when I woke up, I said, no, this cannot happen to me. I won't lose my second last name. And that day, the teacher said, boys and girls, we have a new project. We're making a family tree. And I raised my hand and I said, I have so many family trees in El Salvador, teacher. We had mango trees and avocado trees and banana, every kind of tree. Oh, no. We're not talking about those trees. We're talking about a tree about your family. Oh, I said, and I ran home and I told Mama and Papa that I have to make a family tree, but it wasn't a mango or an avocado tree. It was a very special tree with pictures. And Mama and Papa, they helped me to look at pictures, find pictures. And I worked really, really hard making my family tree until it was ready and it was time for me to present. And the teacher said, René, you're next. And I said, I'm ready. Hello, everyone. I am René Colato Laínez. Here at school, everyone called me René Colato, but I have two last names. Colato, okay, these are the Laínez and these are the Colato. Colato is my first last name, and that's my father's last name. Abuelita Amelia, she is an artist, and with her hands, she can do anything, very beautiful art. My abuelito René, he's a farmer, and he told me that the earth gives you everything you want, but you need to take care of it. But I have another last name. I am Laínez too, like abuelito Julio. He always loved to read books, funny books, scary books, every kind of books. And he said that in books you can find a lot of adventures and a lot of friends. And Abuelita Angela, she's always dancing because she has music inside. And I have two last names because I am who I am because of all my family. Abuelito, I received a gift from Abuelito René. He told me, here is the earth. Take care of it. That's my present. Abuelita Amelia told me, this is my present for you. With your hands, you can create beautiful art. Abuelito Julio Laínez said, my present for you are the letters, the rhythm. You can create poems and stories, and probably one day you can be an author. And Abuelita Amelia told me, Angela told me, here is the rhythm, the music. You have music inside of you. And that's why I have two last names. If you take me one last name, I'm not a complete person. Please, I said my teacher and all my friends, call me René Colato Laínez. And the teacher said, see, incomplete, only half. And that's what I wanted to be, René Colato Laínez, cha-cha-cha. And the teacher say, thank you, René, for your presentation. From now on in this classroom, you will be René Colato Laínez. Bravo, said all my friends. It is wonderful to have two last names. Yes, yes, it is, I said. And I play Abuela's favorite music, which is cha-cha-cha, que rico, cha-cha-cha, cha-cha-cha. And that's my story, and that is Fabiola. She is the illustrator, and that's me. I took that picture a few years ago. Okay, that's my story. Thank you. Okay, I can read you another one. Can you pick one story? Ah, she's lucky. Oh, do you want to? Which one do you want me to read? This one?
Yeah, I am René.
Do you want me to read another René?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. These books are about my name, both of them. This one is about having two last names, but this is about me when I discovered that my name in the United States, which my name is René, didn't belong to me anymore, because there was a girl in the classroom and the girl told me, why do you have a girl's name? My name is René. And I looked at her and said, no, René is a name only for boys. But they laughed at me and said, you're wrong, René. You have a girl's name. And this is it. Let me see. I am Renee the Boy. Do you see Renee the Boy? Do you see the number? Waiting for Papá. I am Renee the Boy. It's right there. I am Renee the Boy. Soy René el Niño. And also the illustrator is Fabiola Grabullera Ramirez, because it is the same character. My name is René, and that's me. See, I'm here. My name is René, like my grandfather and my father. I am René the Third. I learned to write my name in El Salvador. I wrote it everywhere. René, 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 René. But in the United States, I discovered something. My name was a girl's name. Oh no, I said. I was in the classroom when the teacher called roll and she said, Carlos, here, teacher. Mary, I'm here, teacher. Matthew, I'm here, teacher. Renee, and I was very, that's me. But a little girl said, I am Renee. I looked at her and I was paralyzed. I couldn't move. I couldn't believe it. My name here in the United States belongs to a girl. I said that to Mama and Papa said, that's weird. Renee is a name only for boys. But Mama said, sometimes in the United States, we have a new culture and things are different here. Yes, I said, but I lost my name so much. Why a girl has my name here? And the next day I asked Renee the girl, are you sure that your name is Renee? Maybe your name is Irene and you lost your I in your alphabet soup. No, she told me, my name is Renee, just like you. Then the teacher said, let's go to the library and you can pick up one book. And I looked up and down, from side to side. This one, I said, I will take this book, The Meaning of Names, because I want to know more about my name. That day I fell asleep while I was watching a movie. When Mama tried to pick me up, she said, "Oy, mijo, you're too heavy now. A few years ago, you were just a baby." Then I looked at my book and I found my name. Renee, there it is, I say. Renee, it is from France, the book says, all the way from France, and it means to reborn. What is that, I said. And I look at the dictionary, and reborn means to born again. That's impossible, I say. How can I born again? I already here. The next day, the teacher say, we're making a chart with our name. Renee, come over here and write your name. And Renee said, sure. R-E-N-E-E. That's not the way to write, the right way to write Renee. I said, how do you do it? So I went to the front and I erased the second E. That's the way you write Renee, and you need an accent mark. Just like that. Oh no, said Renee the girl. This is the way I write my name. And I look at Renés Name, and I look at my name and say, oh, it's a little bit different. I only have 4 letters, and she has 5. Now it's time to go home. The teacher said, but you take this flyer home because there is a writing contest. Write an essay, and if you win, you're getting a prize. 2 extra large pizzas. Yummy, I said, I want those 2 extra large pizzas. So I went home and I said, I'm writing an essay, but what can I write about it? And I said, I know. I'm gonna write it about my name. And I asked my mama, and I asked my father, and I asked everywhere about my name, and I read many books until finally I wrote my essay. And when they announced the winner, they say the winner is Renee the Boy from El Salvador. Bravo! I won, I said, and it was time to read my essay. And I say, hello everyone, my name is Renee, and I am from El Salvador. In my country, Renee is a name for boys. In the United States, it's a girl's name, and sometimes they have an extra E at the end. But for me, the letter R is for the railroad, the choo-choo train. When the choo-choo train passes every morning in El Salvador, choo-choo. The letter E is for my country, El Salvador. The letter N is for never give up, because I will never, ever give up. And the final letter E is for my new country, Estados Unidos, which is the United States. But I have something very powerful in my second E, and that is an accent mark. Renee, that is my name, I said. And I was born in El Salvador, but I found out that I was reborn in the United States, because first I only knew how to speak one language, Spanish. And now I can speak 2 languages. And see, I can find Renee in my favorite color, green. I can find Renee in energy. I can find Renee in adventures. And now that I speak 2 languages, I am so lucky that I can say Dad and Papa, Mom and Mama, feliz and happy. So I can speak in 2 languages. and that's why I was reborn. I am so lucky now that I can speak, read, and write in English and Spanish. Bravo! Everyone say, good for you, Renee. Now here you go, your two extra large pizzas. And I share the pizzas with all my friends. And Renee the girl said, you have such a beautiful name. You too, I said. I love your name too. Yes, we say together, our names are beautiful and we can share the names too. And that's the end of my my Renee book. In Spanish, we said, we say, colorín colorado, este cuento ha terminado, which means that the story is over. Yeah, thank you. Do you have any questions? Questions?
You wrote those books?
Yes, I wrote all the 7 books and I am in this anthology. This anthology is about people who grew up in a country during a civil war, and they asked me to write about El Salvador. So there are 17 different voices, and I am here writing about me growing up in El Salvador. But there are people from Mexico, and Vietnam, and Thailand, all over the world.
You write Spanish also?
Ah.
You write in Spanish?
Yes, most of my books are bilingual. They are in both languages, English and Spanish. And I have 2 books that are only in English, like My Shoes and I is only in English. And The Tooth Fairy is also in English, but mostly my books are bilingual. I have 2 new books that are coming out. One is bilingual, and the other one it will be only in English. So see, this is my new book, but now they are working in the pictures. Okay, let's see. There are so many here. So here we go. This is my new book.
How old were you when you came to the U.S.?
I was 14.
When did you learn Spanish? I mean,
English when I was 14 when I came to the United States. So this is my book. It's called Let's Play Football. Juguemos al fútbol, because football in Latin America, in Spanish, is soccer, but football in English is... So this story is about 2 boys. They are neighbors, and they want to play together. See, and they say, let's play football. That's a great idea, they say. So they ran home, and he brought his ball, and he said, touchdown, let's play football. But the other boys say, goal, let's play football. Then they look at each other, uh-oh, your ball is too round. You're not playing my football. And the other child said, your ball is too flat. You're not playing my football. Okay, goodbye. And they went home. But then Chris said, I want to play with my football all by myself. And he threw the ball, and the other boy is looking. Oh, I want to play my football only by myself. And he kicked his ball, and the other boy is looking. And he said, oh, I love your ball. It flies in the sky just like an airplane. And I love yours. It rolls in the ground just like a racing car. See, they say, this is the way I play my football. Touchdown! This is the way I play my football. Goal! And one say, I want to play football with you. And they play football. See there. Now, let's play football, and they're playing football. And at the end, they're happy because they had a great time playing football and football. And see, there is some words in English and Spanish there. So this book is about. It's coming out in March. So I haven't seen the cover of the book yet, and I only have the illustrations. but they are still working in some pictures.
Do you do the illustrations also?
No. No, the illustrator of these books are 3 sisters, and they are doing this book together in Argentina, in Buenos Aires. So they say that when someone doesn't have any idea, the other sister has ideas. So they always have new ideas to illustrate. And this is the first book about these 2 boys, Chris and Carlos, and probably there will be more books about these 2 boys. So this is the first one. But it is really exciting to write stories. Yeah.
Which one of the books is the most successful one?
The one that has more time is this one. I think it is more successful because it has been the longer, and it's doing pretty well. And actually, he knew about this book because his teacher read this book. But this book is becoming very popular, but it is new. And it is about the Latino tooth fairy, because in the Spanish-speaking countries, there is not a tooth fairy, but there is a mouse. And his name is Ratoncito Pérez. And he likes to get dientes, because he's making something very special. Look, he's making a rocket ship to go to the moon made out of cheese. That's his goal, and he needs a lot of dientes in order to finish his rocket ship. The tooth fairy, she likes to get the teeth because she's working also in a castle. But in this book, the 2 characters are coming together. With Miguelito, he speaks English and Spanish, and he lives in a Mexican-American house in the United States. He lost his first tooth, and she says, "Man, it is in America. I'm gonna go and get it for my castle." But he says, "It's mine. He's Mexican too, so I'm gonna go there and get it for my rocket ship." And they come together to the same house, looking for the same tooth. And there is a little fighting between them. But at the end, they have to realize that it is very important to share and not to fight over a diente, because they both love dientes. So they have to make a promise at the end of the story. Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming. Oh, you can. Oh yeah, we can play loteria. Do you want to play? You can pass this. Okay, let's see. Okay, here are cards to loteria. Okay, do you want to play loteria? You need a card. I have more here. You want to play? If you want to change your card, you can get another one. There are plenty. Just pick a card, and you need frijoles, which are these. Frijoles are beans. So, and I will be the caller, and when you hear your card, yes, you need to put a bean, and at the end you have to say loteria, and that means you're the winner. Okay. Here we go. Where are my cards? Yeah, the whole card. When you play Mexican loteria, it's all the cards. But now we need the cartitas. I saw them over here. See, oh, I need that loteria.